Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, seal and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my truck bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Hello and welcome back to Season 3 of Premiere Series here at ROC City Ninja in Rochester, New York. My name is Kane Malden, joined by Travis Rosen for the Mature Kids Division. So, it's great to be back. Travis, what are you thinking going into this exciting bit of competition? All this designed by Danny and Bobby right there on your screen. This is going to be a pretty exciting course based on what we've seen before. Am I right?
Yeah, you're definitely right, Kane. It's going to be a great session with these mature kids. We saw the kids division this morning kick it off. It is a hard course for both courses that they will face today, but it's going to be an exciting time. ROC City Ninja doing a great job with an incredible course, incredible facility. I'm excited to see some big ninja runs today.
Yep, this is the midpoint, I would say, of day one of this competition. Later today, we will have the preteen division. You won't want to miss it. But in the meantime, mature kids, we saw in the last division with the kids, I heard through the grapevine that no one was able to finish the placement course, and only one was able to finish the challenge course. So, sounds pretty intense.
Yeah, definitely, Kane. It was a tough course competition on both of the placement and challenge courses. Like you said, there was only one finish on the challenge course, no finish on the placement course. So we'll see what these mature kids can do. Hopefully, we'll see some buzzers hit in the placement course.
Yep, and tomorrow we will have amateur, teen, and elite, of course. That is the status quo. But until then, let's take a look at these mature kids and how they got here. This is the schedule, actually. That's another important part. Last week we had Modus. We will be going back there for the Premier Series finals. But until then, we have this very qualifier, ROC City, then Ascend, then Jump, Twist, Arc, Warrior Adventure, and Fit Set. Just a whole lot of ninja action to go around. Look at that. France, Canada. Yeah, this is...
Yeah, definitely, Kane. As you see all these different locations with the finals there at Modus in November, Lee Summit, Missouri. The competitions are happening all over, even internationally. It's so cool to watch.
Yeah, all these different locales, just the scale and the size of this season, I feel like has increased exponentially compared to season 2. And it's so incredible to watch. Hopefully we will see plenty more athletes earn their slots. Let's see how our athletes got here in the first place. Of course, these are the best of the best. Top 25% in the World Championships or in the seasonal standings will be eligible for Premier Series. Furthermore, if we recognize any athletes as a prodigy who could really show their stuff, then an arm will be reached out to them, see what they can do here at Premier Series. Now, let's take a look at that format, shall we? Yep, okay, so the placement course is a typical flow course where if you fall, your run is over. But if you have, an unlucky showing on the placement course, then don't worry. All that does is determine the seeding for the challenge course. The way that works is you get 2 retries. You cannot fail the same obstacle twice. You cannot fail 3 different obstacles. That will determine the top 4 who are going to Modus in November. So yeah, you won't want to miss it.
Yeah, Kane, I love the placement course format because, like you said, it's a seeding round. If you mess up a little sooner than you had hoped, your day is not over. You're still going to move on. You're just not going to have as good of a run order. But it's also great because who doesn't have nerves before they compete? So it's a way to get some of the nerves out before you run the challenge course where it really matters.
Yeah, that's something important. But another important part is running later, obviously, because when you run early, it's a little tough, to say the least. But we have plenty of athletes to go around, including, ooh, look at that, Canada.
Yeah, just like in the kids division this morning, we've got some Canadian athletes making the trip across the border to New York here, and a talented field. That's all I'm going to say. And what I like to see is so many females in this mature division. Kids this morning was the same way, lots of female competitors. So it's going to be super competitive since only the top 4 advance to the finals at Modus.
Yep, as you can see, Nora, one of our Canadians here in attendance, I believe we have almost the same amount of mature kids female as Mature Kids Male, which is really interesting. Now, someone who I'm really eager to see is Gabrielle Licata. As you can see, they're grand champion on the power rankings. What it doesn't tell you is that she's first in the power rankings, which is honestly incredible. And I'm wondering how that's going to come into play. She might be one of the competitors who could grab a slot here.
Yeah, I definitely agree. When I saw she was first in the power ranking, I got so excited. Really looking forward to seeing what she does. But there's definitely some other great competitors too on both the female and male side. So this is going to be a pretty exciting session.
I agree. There are some competitors also I recognize from Empire. Obviously, I believe this is in the general ballpark. I'm pretty sure they're both in New York State. So there's a little bit of crossover. And I'm wondering how that will come in, the Premier Series experience, so to speak. I think doing a Premier Series qualifier beforehand definitely gives you a little bit to go off of.
Yeah, for sure. We see a lot of crossover. We see some competitors at multiple Premier Series events. That definitely helps with experience for them, but also the athletes who maybe are from ROC City Ninja or nearby definitely get a little bit of a hometown advantage, home gym advantage versus the ones who've had to travel far away. But as we all know, you never know where you're going to compete, and especially if you make it to the finals or the big competitions, travel is most likely gonna happen, so you have to be ready to pull out your A game no matter where you are. So I'm expecting great things from these ninjas today.
Yeah, there are definitely a couple of competitors that are from this gym. The one I just pulled up there, that was Lila. She trains here. She's definitely not the only one. There's a lot of competitors here. Just in general, that's what's gonna make the battle, the brawl, so tough. I feel is because when it's less than 10, I feel like it can be intense, but it's not as urgent, I feel, because there are less people not moving on than people who are, oftentimes. So with over, I believe there is 10 in the Mature Kids female division and 12 in the Mature Kids male. So there's a lot at play here, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, you're definitely right, Kane. And it looks like we're getting ready to see a course demo here pretty soon. And as we said already, this morning, no athlete cleared this course, this placement course. So it's going to be pretty exciting to see what these mature kids can do.
Yeah, and we'll be hopping into the demo run very shortly. Just making sure everything's set up, of course. Looking like a great facility here. Very happy to see them host a Premier Series qualifier in the first place. But yeah, this demo run should serve to help the viewers at home and the athletes get a better feel for what's in store.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I noticed this morning with the kids division, the tester, a little older, little bigger arm span, and then you had a bunch of these kids who were definitely smaller, where height played a part in whether they could do some of these obstacles efficiently and quickly. And so obviously mature kids are going to be a little bit bigger arm spans, bigger reach, so they will be able to probably fare a little better, but still height can definitely play a part. But I will say we've seen some of the most impressive runs from some of our shorter competitors, so it's anyone's game.
Yeah, in Modus, his name is escaping me, but there was a competitor who was a little on the shorter end. And sometimes it can help, sometimes it can hurt. But we are going into the demo run. Go down those beams. Go through the cannonballs. This is an old obstacle dating back to season 6 of the show. With that said, I like this obstacle. It's kind of utilizing the I call it attack move, where you kind of kick off that step. Looks like that post is in play. Shay Lane, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. Around the bend onto the steps. Oh. He's making it look so smooth. That's what I like about, certain demo runs.
Yeah, definitely. I know this obstacle right here did prove to be difficult for those who made it in the kids division. Just a lot of times they would try to link some of those, and it was just super hard with those holds attached by the straps. But definitely hoping that we'll see a lot of people get this far and even beyond to hit that buzzer.
Yeah, well, at that point in the course, I feel like at a point you got to start linking stuff, because this is not a very lenient time limit, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the time limit is yet. I think it's a minute 30. It might be a little bit faster for this age group, but you're right. There is no time to waste. And a couple of the obstacles you can't necessarily go through super fast. So you're going to have to be very efficient on the ones you can and in between obstacles as well.
Yeah, there are certain obstacles I feel like can really screw with your time. And I feel like a pretty good example is the cannonballs, where when you're going through a lane of cannonballs or just a lane of rings, it's tough to break the rhythm and just go through one continuous stroke. But we're going into our first athlete. This is Saima.
Yeah, I definitely, from experience, know what Saima is feeling right now. First competitor up, you haven't seen anyone go yet. You're already nervous, but you also don't know just how hard it's going to be because you're first. So definite additional challenge for Saima, but hopefully she's up for it and will set us off on the right foot.
Yeah, and with Premier Series, I mean, it's pretty likely that this is not the first time she's ran early. With the experience behind her belt, I mean, this isn't her first time competing about here. Well, she is off. Going about these cannonballs. This is what I was talking about. You gotta kind of cut corners. You can't go through the rhythm. And she's done that a little bit. Rounding the corner here. Into this. This is going to be, I feel like, a pretty big time sink. But she's going through very efficiently. Not getting tied up at all.
Yeah, she actually made a really quick work of that because it's hard. You have multi-directional swings and change of direction, and really difficult, but she did that really easily.
Yeah, it took a little tumble on the Lachey dismount, but the time she saved doing those pullbacks and links, that'll put her in a decent spot given the circumstances of this course. Oh, I think she missed that
Oh,
step.
that's just, yeah, she was just going a little too quick there and tried to dismount onto that step a bit too soon and was just not lined up yet. You know she's going to be a little upset at that 'cause she was looking so strong, making quick work of the course, but she'll come back ready to go for the challenge course, I can guarantee it.
Yeah, I liked the way she was moving on those obstacles. She didn't take too many extra swings. Just sometimes you got to slow it down a little bit. Well, now we have Noelle Jarity, I'm going to say.
I like seeing the smiles at the start. That's a great sign. I was not always like that. I was a little too focused, a little too serious and dialed in before my run, but I like seeing it. She looks focused too, though. She looks ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, either way it's not bad. They're just different. Let's see if Noelle, though, can stay frosty, get deep into this. Looks like we're just making sure stuff's all ready to go.
The one thing I love, Kane, when we watch these competitions is seeing the creativity of the ninjas, because obviously there's a way that the demo runner does the obstacles, but a lot of times there are other ways you can do it too. And so to see what Ninja comes up with, newer or faster ways to go through an obstacle, super exciting to watch.
All right, there we go. Noelle. There you have it.
Noelle and her coach.
Yep, just making sure stuff is set up. I think she's about to go. Oh, yeah. And she's off. Noelle. Yeah, you can never be too careful early on. You don't want to fall on the first obstacle.
Yeah, I will say, especially when you start off with a balance obstacle, it is very tricky when you've got the nerves and you're ready to go, you've got a lot of energy, and yet you have to be very delicate and balanced. That's a tricky way to start.
Nice little follow through on the cannonballs, I noticed. Kind of did a little pop through, broke the rhythm a little bit to her benefit.
And I will say, in the kids division earlier, we saw some technique happen on this obstacle right here where some of the athletes skipped the first trapeze bar. They jumped straight to the steps. Not sure if that is allowed in this division, but definitely was a time saver.
Should be. Obstacle Rule 5 in the WNL, you are not allowed to dictate how someone completes an obstacle. Noelle completing the obstacles nonetheless. 30 seconds left as she approaches the end here. Might not be enough for a buzzer, but we will see. Can probably get this point, I reckon. She can clean this up, but taking a lot of extra swings here. Gotta do something. It's not gonna be enough. No, come on, go for it. No! Oh, so close.
Yeah, that was a great effort from her right there. Just like you said, too many swings. Again, I don't know if they're gonna be able to link this or not. She tried to get it right there immediate, but just fell a little short. But still, great run from Noelle. She set the bar high.
Yeah. And third up is going to be Amelia Roraback out of Liverpool, New York. No relation to the soccer team.
I will say right here on the Cannonball Alley, for the very aggressive ninja, you can make up a little time if you get really big swings and skip some of those cannonballs, but it is a more risky move. So kind of risk reward. Each athlete has to figure out what works best for them.
Yeah, and I'm noticing with the trapezes, no, you can't use your hands on that. Amelia at least gonna try the laches though, just for the fun of it. But that will do it for her run. Just a little. I'm not even sure if that was a miscommunication. I think she might have just not even thought about it.
Yeah, that's why it is so important to really be paying attention when they do the course rules and the run through, and especially if you have questions, ask them just so you don't do something that's out of play and inadvertently stop your course run short.
Here we have Emma Capazzi. Wow, started Ninja in 2019. which is, for those keeping track, 6 years ago. Very experienced athlete.
I like her pace on the Cannonball Alley. It was really quick.
Yeah, doing little follow-throughs. I like it. Let's see. Ooh, wasn't quite there with the angle. Turning around. Every now and then you get a nice one like that. Ooh, okay. Linking. Perfect stuff. Underbars on that final one. Emma eyeing up the ROC City Turnpike. Doesn't get into a fender bender by the looks of it. Emma, though,
Yeah, she's
second behind.
still doing pretty good though. If she can figure out a way to link some of these movements right here where it's not having extra swings or anything like that, she could definitely get past this. I don't think she'll have enough time to hit a buzzer, but she definitely could finish this obstacle.
Yeah, oh, you need a little more that elevated platform where you gotta land. She gets the point, but time is not on her side. Emma going to get caught up by the time limit. I don't think she had a single slip up that entire run. I think it was just a matter of time.
Yeah, it was super smooth, and she's actually the first competitor all day to make it to that last obstacle, Sombrero Street. So super good run from Emma. Way to go.
Yeah, hopefully our next few athletes can capitalize on that. Lillian Scarlett. Out of the Grit Ninja. By my understanding, a series of gyms. But specifically Lillian coming from Norwalk. All right, well, anywho. Big swing. Oh, almost thought she was going to do a crazy skip, but I'm not even sure that's worth it. Oh.
Yeah, you're right. If you go for it and it doesn't work out, or even getting a big swing that might wind up eating more time than you even wanted, but she made it through that. The timing, she's going to have to get it going a little faster if she wants to get the fastest time, though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Got caught up on those cannonballs. Doing this pretty well, though. She has a good understanding of her swing. Lillian.
Yeah, it was a good save right there. She obviously got a little off on that dismount, but you're able to pull it back in, make the proper adjustments. Oh, I thought she fell a little short, but she did make it.
Yep, that second to last bar is actually close enough, and we've been seeing a lot of athletes skip that final bar. But nonetheless, Lillian, time is not on her side, and she's not seizing the opportunity on that door. She's got to just go at this point. Oh, no, that's not where you want to go, Lillian. Where are you going?
Yeah, again, that's just one of those unfortunate moments where in the midst of the run, just not knowing where exactly you're supposed to be going. Again, so important to be focused on what's in play, what's out of play. And she was about to time out, but she probably could have gotten that point. But nonetheless, we'll see her back on the challenge course.
Well, regardless, here is Lila Bentley. This is her home gym, so this should be fun.
Yeah, like we said earlier, definitely home gym advantage should be on her side. She's probably trained on every single one of these obstacles a lot, so I'm sure she's very comfortable. Let's see how it transitions for her.
Yeah, well, Lila trying to reach out. Oh. Yeah, I mean, one-arming a cannonball is a little sketch, but gonna have to commit. Oh, no! Didn't get a good enough tack. I think she landed on flat. Lila, wow, that was a little unexpected.
Yeah, it definitely was unexpected. Just shows how hard these obstacles are. She got a little off balance coming off of that dismount, and her foot touched the ground. And just like that, her run was over. But like we've said about some others, you know she's going to use that to come back looking for redemption a little later on. We'll see her. We'll see her some more.
Well, anywho, we are moving on to Zoe Tater, also from Rock City Ninja. Hopefully, can avenge her fellow Rock City Ninja athlete. I don't know. They probably train together, so.
Well, I will say already, Kane, I like the sense of urgency that Zoe is showing. She is. Oh, and she skips, and it works.
Oh, I knew that was possible. I didn't know if anyone would commit to it, but Zoe, that does put her ahead of the curve here. But swinging too far forward, not side to side, gonna have to take an extra backswing. But Zoe, this is not a bad pace at all. Ooh, that was sketchy. Just gotta go. Ooh, well done, Zoe. She lost her balance on that platform, decided to hop for that second bar, and Zoe staying alive. A little trip on the way out, but Zoe gotta take the hits, roll with the punches.
Yeah, I really like her aggressiveness right now, Kane. She's doing really good, even just in between the obstacles. You can tell she is going super fast. At 25 seconds left, she is taking a breather. Doesn't really have time for that, though.
Yeah, gotta make something happen here. And, ooh. Yeah, one backswing. Oh, no, trying to go for a link. I like the drive out of Zoe, but...
Oh, and she is down.
That's a lot of drive you gotta make up on those, you know,
That was a
hanging
great
objects.
effort from Zoe. She was going so fast. She had some good speed, but just went a little too quickly there.
I mean, she had to do something at that point, but... No, that was a great run. We'll put her high in regards to running on the placement course. Here we have Nora McCall out of Canada. Ooh. Did compete in Premier Series last year, but got second place, looking for something greater now. Well, Nora? Looking proper here. Trying to go... No! Had both feet on that step. That's not where you want to stay at rest. Because contrary to Newton's first law of motion, that's not going to work too well for you. But still not a bad run. Just had a little slip up there, a little mess up. She can redeem herself on the challenge course. But Gabrielle Licata, first place in the power rankings, a very, very decorated athlete. We were saying earlier, definitely has a solid shot here. Let's see if Gabrielle can capitalize on it. First things first, got to go through the early parts of this course, trying to go for the skip. There we go, finds that cannonball there. That'll save her a little bit of time, perhaps. Grabbing onto the... I don't even know what that is. That looks like a Dr. Seuss character. Thing 1, Thing 2. Maybe it's just the colors. Gabrielle. Looking strong here. Going straight for it. Jumps out to that second bar. And... yeah, was there any doubts? We're seeing some links here from Gabrielle. Now, her pace is good. I'd like to see her go a little faster, though. Oh, no. She second guesses herself on that door. Gonna have to go again. That's gonna be a little bit of a time sink. Going around the bend, Gabrielle. A little down. But maybe she can make something up here. Oh, catching it low. That gives her a little bit more forward. Oh, I thought she was going to link, but keeps the swing. She might be able to see this final obstacle. Going for the link! Gabrielle pulls into first, but misses the sombrero, and that will cost her. Oh, but nonetheless, dives into first place by less than, or well, just about a second, actually. Incredible work.
Yeah, that was a great run. I was so excited watching that. Seeing her link some of these right here, super impressive. Great job.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a strong athlete to do something like that. Let's see if our final athlete here, Akira Holmes, can pull off the buzzer. It's going to be easier said than done, of course.
Yeah, but at least she's in a good place right now. Being last up, she knows exactly what she needs to do if she wants to try to get the fastest or furthest time and results to put her in the most advantageous spot for the challenge course.
Yeah, our final mature kid female athlete, by the way. So, I mean, being the last person up, you kind of know what you got to do. I would say in some respects it's a little tougher going into the placement course because the run order is basically random.
Yeah, and even as we talked about some of the pressure the very first runner goes through, sometimes as nice as it is to be last, there's also some pressure that happens there because you are last, you know exactly what needs to happen, but everyone's watching you. So let's see how she handles this right now.
Yep, we saw that skip. Nice work there out of Akira. Now trying to steer herself to that step. Going for an extra swing just to be safe. Sticking up top. All right. Let's see. Kiki, as they call her. Big, powerful Lachey on the way out. But I would like to see her go, I want to say, a little faster.
Yeah, I definitely. Whoa, she almost slipped right there, but you're right. She does need to get a little more speed happening if she wants to get a top spot here.
Yeah, and with 20 seconds left, this is rather tight. I don't know if she quite has this in the bag. I think she's got to do some links, and I don't know where those links are going to come from. Akira, no. 5 seconds left. No links are coming. Your time's going to expire on this obstacle. Trying for something. Her hands peel out. But not a bad run at all. Made it to, I would say, the crux point. Because that's where your time's going to run out. Well, ignore the test runner. Hopefully. Can we pull up the leaderboard? Yeah, there we go. So top 4 going out of the placement course is Noelle, Zoe, Emma, and Gabrielle. So that's your 4 who I would say are in prime slots to make it. Of course, it all comes down to what happens in the challenge course. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the mature kid male division. We've still got a lot more to go. Here is on first to go, but not first to go overall, of course. Probably saw a couple of athletes preceding him.
Big moves right there. Very aggressive from Avion. Avion. I'm really excited to see how he and the rest of these males do. See if they can build on the success of the females.
Ooh, nice placement with the hips, with the lower body. And now looking for some follow-throughs, kind of like a little gibbon there. And an underbar, Avion, killing it. Doing a little twirl on those steps, you know. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, Avion. 40 seconds since the second to last obstacle. This is a really solid pace.
Yeah, it really is. I'm going out on a limb and saying it right now. We're gonna see definitely some course clears here. Not sure if Avion's got enough time, but he might if he can link some of these.
Oh, there it is! He has it. I think he has it. But he's got to execute on this more than anything. Digging into those ledges. Where's that dismount platform? Come on, find it. 5 seconds to go. Avion going for it. No! Oh, I don't think that's going to... Is that going to count? He definitely looked like he touched down, I think.
I think he was actually able to save that. I think that back foot probably hovered over the ground, did not actually touch. Obviously, the judges will have a better advantage than we did, but I think he got that with just less than a second to spare.
Oh, that was close. Replay. I don't know about that. that was tight.
Nonetheless, exciting first run from the male division.
Yeah, I mean, to start us off, a great run to that final obstacle. Hopefully that's the pace we will begin to see. Now, Austin Small. Oh, Vitality. Yeah. Definitely around the Northeast New England ballpark. Again, that region, I believe, is the biggest. So great to see a lot of Premier Series qualifiers here. Gives athletes plenty of opportunities. Well, Austin, crisis averted there on the cannonballs. See how he contends with this. Oh, taking it like a spider walk almost. I don't know if that step has that much traction, or forgive me, the post.
Yeah, that looked definitely like a risky move, but he made it work, no problem.
And cleaning it up on the laches. Let's see now, the door and the steps. Now Austin with 30 seconds though, I'm not sure that's the, ideal pace. He's just got to roll with it, I suppose. I mean, he's in the position. 15 seconds. Avion was on the final obstacle going for the links. 10 seconds he's got to go. And he's understanding the assignment. Big pullback here, but it's not going to be enough. Austin, no! That time limit is brutal.
Yeah, you're right. It totally is. Really, there's no space for any mess ups or extra time, extra swings. You really need to just go, go, go. Super, super fast time really makes it challenging for these ninjas, but I still gotta believe we're gonna see some people do it.
Yeah, I mean we've got plenty more to go. Including Lucas is up next. That is our next athlete. Lucas Mazur. Now, I'm sure he has a pretty good idea of air control because he's been doing gymnastics for 9 years. He's 10. Wow. Okay.
That is an impressive stat, I will say.
I don't know if he's still 10 because the seasonal age, he might be 11, but still, that's a lot of time. Nonetheless, Lucas Getting a little caught up here. And yeah, lost a lot of time on the cannonballs. We'll have to speed it up some way, somehow.
Yeah, he's really running short on time here. Oh, and he touched down, it looks like.
Yeah, it was right at the bottom of that step. He was touching down on the flat ground. Yeah, I think was just trying to do something here. Had to speed it up, but yeah, this course is not forgiving. Hopefully, we can see him do a little bit better on the challenge course. Should be a little easier with the clock. But Judah Chueco? Oh, wait, sorry. Schwico. Yep, Judah Schwico out of the factory. Ooh. Great seeing all these different gyms. You know, there's not quite as many ROC City athletes as one would expect. You know, sometimes you would expect a lot of home gym athletes, but no, we're seeing competitors all around.
Yeah, and you really love to see that. You love to see athletes coming from far and wide, not just the immediate area. So really helps diversify the field. And so far, Judah's doing pretty good.
Yeah, Judah hopefully should be good here because he can lâcher 10 feet at 10 years old. He can lâcher his age. Well, anywho, Judah gets onto that step, but 30 seconds on the way out is not where you want to be.
Yeah, I think at this point he wants to just try to make it through this obstacle to get that point. Oh!
Oh! Judah took it hard there, but looks to be okay. Yeah, that was a hard impact. But yeah, I think Judah will be okay as we move on. Now we have Julian Izzy Dorchik. Now, I believe I saw him at Empire, if memory serves correctly. So I'm pretty eager to see where this goes. Trains at Ferox. Great facility. And you love speed, so hopefully we can see a little bit of that here. Yeah, I like the skip, but it definitely places you in an awkward position to get onto that little thing.
Yeah, it does. He is pretty efficient, though, not wasting a lot of time, so I like seeing that for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of forward kind of pumping with the legs. Big pulls in and out of the Lachey lane. Down to 45 seconds as he gets on to the turnpike. Julian rounding the bend with 35 seconds. Not a bad pace, but he's got to keep the pressure on. Oh no, Julian set himself super far back and took a faceplant there.
Yeah, that's really the trick. If you're trying to set yourself up to where you can maybe link some of those grabs, you're really having to reach far out, and he was just a little too far and was not able to grab that. Thankfully, there were soft mats. He looks good and okay, but you know he's going to come back ready to go for that challenge course.
Yeah, and it places him relatively high. but David Molitor trying to break the mold. Also trains at the factory in Rochester. Big reach out.
A big, yeah, it definitely was a big reach. I thought he was actually going to miss it to where that would definitely go against him, but he was able to grab it, and he's still going.
But David, he's got to turn around. I don't think that was the right hand movement, but nonetheless, so I don't think you're allowed to use your hands on the post. David getting disqualified.
Yeah, and you know he's going to be a little bummed about that. Again, that's just, like we've said before, reason why you got to really make sure you know all the rules, because you never know what's going to happen in the middle of the course. You got to know what is okay, what is not okay, and he just had a little mental lapse, it looks like, but that's okay. He was still looking good. He'll be coming back.
Up next, we have Trent Chimino out of ROC City. So, home gym representation here. Moving through here. Just going one at a time. I think skipping cannonballs can be a little awkward. So I don't blame him.
Definitely a little bit of time wasted there. Not sure if he wasn't. Oh no, he must have touched the ground.
Yeah, that step is surprisingly low. I mean, the bottom point of the step, you're basically touching the floor, so you got to make sure you're staying nice and high there. But still, hopefully we can see more of what he's made of later today.
Well, you know, all season long, Kane, we've seen it where some athletes go out early on this placement course and then they come back for the challenge course and absolutely crush it. So doesn't mean whatsoever that they won't do as well later on. So hopefully it's just more motivation for them.
Yeah, Everin, another ROC City athlete. Let's see here. Grabbing around the ring, didn't even use the wings there, so just, call it. Everin, I like this. Barely taking any sort of extra moves. A little underbar there, but gotta brace for another backswing in there too. That mat is right there. And the mat has been messing with a lot of our competitors, I've noticed. A little bit of an awkward landing all around.
Yeah, it looks like one of those super thick, soft, gushy types of mats. Not really easy to land and run out of. You kind of sink into it. So I've seen a number of athletes kind of fall after hitting that today.
Yeah, about 30 seconds coming into this obstacle. A reach out. Not bad. This could be...
Yeah, I like that.
Could be something. No, he tried the link and it just flew through his fingertips. Everin, no. So close. But
yeah, that is super tricky. If you are trying to link that, to be in the right position, you really got to extend yourself. Unfortunately, it's a big reach for this mature kids division, and we've seen several now come up just a few centimeters short. So great run from Everin, though. He was smoking.
yeah, but here's a little bit of water to put it out. Aiden Ayers, wearing the Enzo shirt. I believe that is the Ocean Needs Everyone. Maybe. Well, regardless, Aiden. Just going through the motions here. now has watched the show and competed since 2021, has his goals set high. Ooh, you know, wasn't a bad strategy, just got a little hung up.
Yeah, that always scares me when it's clear that an athlete is looking to do something and then hesitates right at the end, because sometimes that's when a fall can happen, but he was able to stay calm and collected and make the necessary changes. And he's still going, but he's going to have to really push it here.
Yeah, Aiden, can he catch some lightning in a bottle? Getting onto this, setting his hips nicely, and going for the length. That'll save him a little bit of time. Can he find this dismount? He's going for it! He gets to the final obstacle, but down on his luck. 5 seconds is not enough time, it seems, and the disc rejecting him all the while. Aiden, though, making it to the final obstacle, not bad at all. Was an electrifying
Yeah, he really did
run.
a good. It was electrifying. I think that was one of the best and smoothest, going through the harbor, that second to last obstacle we've seen today. It was really impressive.
But now we have Milan Kristoff. Likes to travel to new locations. Lives in Ohio. I wonder if this is a new location. But now sizing up that jump. Yeah, these are kind of awkward angles to go into the steps and everything. His feet are slipping. He's got to go. Yeah, you really can't stand around. Not like you want to. This time limit does not pull any punches. Little Gibbon there. We'll repeat it to similar success. Milan. Trying to make big moves where he can. Oh my gosh! I did not know that was a thing you could do. Milan skipping the entire latter half of that obstacle.
Yeah, that was super impressive. Very unexpected. Like you reacted to, definitely saved him some time there. See if he can finish this obstacle.
Oh, one-handed save! Oh my gosh! Come on, you gotta get it now. No, a backswing! That was the most inopportune backswing. I mean, when you have less than 5 seconds, you gotta just go. Like, you can't just stick around. But that skip, I wonder if that's something our athletes are thinking about. Hadis, our second to last athlete, you know, after seeing a skip, I feel like it kind of messes with you a little bit, because, you know, now it kind of like revolves through your head like, oh, should I stick to the initial plan or should I do that? It's a little scary being on the coattails of a run like that.
Yeah, it definitely is. That's where you've got to be really confident in your own skill level, your own skill set. And even if it wasn't something you were planning, if it's something you feel comfortable, hey, I can do this too, then go for it. But otherwise, maybe stick to your original strategy. We'll see what Hadiz does here.
Oh, had a lot of swing. I almost... Oh, never mind. He skipped. That was not the cannonball I thought he was going to skip, but... You know, it worked. No need to reinvent the wheel. He's... Yep, okay. Staying afloat and getting a big pullback. Under bar! Ooh, yeah, those dismounts are scary. They get me every time.
Yeah, it is hard to see exactly where they're landing. Oh, no. Oh, good save.
Yeah, okay. Disaster averted for Hadis. Gets onto that dismount. 30 seconds. Not bad at all. But getting a little lost in the sauce. 20 seconds this obstacle, a massive time sink. And he's not making it any easier. He needs a little bit of leeway. Oh no! That backswing might have cost him, but will take on the final obstacle. But only for about 5 seconds, a little 360 off. A little bit of flair.
That was a really good run, though. I thought he did great. Just, again, a few time management issues, but he at least got to that last obstacle, but needed to go obviously a little faster to hit the buzzer, but still puts him in pretty good position.
Yeah, really well done. But we're down to our final athlete. Man, is it? Are we going to go another division with no finishers? It all comes down to this, right?
Yeah, it does, but even already, I like the urgency that I'm seeing out of Kalen. Some big moves, some fast, big skips. If he stays on target here, this could be a clear potentially.
And Kalen is a past Premier Series champion. He won the first Premier Series in the kids division. So we know he's got the skills to pay the bills, but Kalen just got to stay consistent here. He is in the green as well. So coming into the turnpike, looking composed.
Yeah, definitely. He's got a lot of time left. Perhaps the most we've seen. If he can just get this fluid, maybe get a couple links, he's going to be in a really good spot, Kane.
Yeah, I think coming into these little T-bars here, some links are going to be made. And now going for the green one. There you have it, 20 seconds. He has the time.
Yeah, he definitely does. If he can just get every hold here, this should be his.
Kalen, I think he's got this. Going for a backswing, that's okay. Kalen is going to be our first finisher of the placement course. Incredible.
That definitely was incredible. He was so smooth, so efficient. Really nothing wasted on that course run. Still had multiple seconds left. Look at that, him celebrating. Good job, Kalen.
Yeah, Kalen. The unlucky dry spell has been broken. Kalen. We saw no kids get through the placement course. And honestly, our outlook, given the circumstances, is looking really good. Avion, I'm not sure if he got that, but it's marked under review. I think he's still second anyway, so there's that. But still, there's your top four for the time being. We'll see if these competitors can hold onto their slots in the challenge course. Of course, it would be remiss of me not to mention the female athletes as well. That's going to be very exciting. We have Noelle, Zoe, Emma, and Gabrielle, but it's not done. Their work is still cut out for them. They have the challenge course soon to come. You won't want to miss it. We will be right back. Hello and welcome back to Premiere Series here at ROC City Ninja. We are covering the Mature Kids division, and it's great to be back here for the challenge course. We just saw the placement course go underway. It was pretty crazy. Only one finisher across both sides of the coin, and the run order has been determined.
Yeah, Kane, that was an exciting placement course round. We know that they are going to come out full throttle, though, for this challenge course. Challenge course is always much more difficult. Very different style of course too, whereas the placement course is typically always about speed. The challenge course is much longer, definitely brutal, diabolical. It's gonna basically utilize every ninja skill and strength that there is. So these kids have their work cut out for them, but I'm excited to see who has trained hardest, who is best prepared. But this is going to be an exciting course.
I agree. Yeah, as you can see, the run order is determined. For the mature kids female, you can see all of them. Gabrielle Licata, going to be pretty exciting. Placed first, I believe, made it to the final obstacle. So that was pretty crazy. So you won't want to miss her run and the others. We should be getting into a demo run very, very shortly. But in the kids division, only one was able to finish the challenge course, which is just crazy.
Yeah, it just goes to show how hard of a course this is, and it really takes a lot of strategy from these ninjas. They need to know how they're going to tackle the course, when to go super fast, when to maybe stay a little steady, conserve some energy, because they really will need as much energy as possible, but they also need to get to the end before the timer runs out. So it's really, really tricky, but very competitive field. As we said, only 4 from each division, or each gender, male, female, go on to the finals. And so we have 10 female runners, 12 male competitors. So only 4 are moving on. So it's going to be very competitive.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Now, it would be remiss of me not to mention that the retries are in play, though ideally you would want to avoid coughing up a retry or two. So, it's something to fall back on, if anything.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to have that retry, knowing that it's available. I don't think anybody necessarily wants to use that, but knowing that that is an option can definitely help. Now, once the retry is used, there's definitely more pressure, because that next fall, well, if it's on that same obstacle, your run is done, and then if you have to use your second retry later on, it's just a lot of pressure because there's no more wiggle room. But it is nice going into this course knowing you do have that in the event something unexpected happens.
Yeah, there are times where I feel like using a retry can be beneficial. Obviously, you don't want to, but it's something to consider. For example, if you get hung up on an obstacle, and there's no other way out, it would be better to drop and let the timer freeze, let them reset the obstacle, than you hang there for 2 minutes straight, kill all your energy. Stuff like that.
Yeah, and we've definitely seen that happen before, Kane, where an athlete gets a little caught up, they get flustered, and wind up spending upwards of a minute on a hanging obstacle, fighting, tiring out their grip strength, where it might be better just to jump down. And when we've seen that too, we've seen some ninjas who, very smart, know how to handle the course. They stay calm and collected, realize, hey, this isn't happening. I'm just going to jump down, reset, start it over. And a lot of times then they make it through.
On the other side of the coin, I think there are times where it can really, really hurt you. For example, if you are at the end of an incredibly pumpy, difficult obstacle and you fall, you have to do it again. And obviously, doing a really hard obstacle twice is really hard.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen that happen a lot of times too. Not that they're necessarily jumping down to just try it again. It looks like the tester is going through right now, the demo run.
Yep, we have the hook slide there, the propeller spin. Some of that taped off. Looks like both sides are in play, though, nonetheless. Then we have split decision, where I believe you can take on one of two obstacles. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, there's two different routes. Yeah.
Then the ring hooks. Pretty self-explanatory, an old obstacle from season 6. Bit of a flashback. We have the floating boards. Reminds me of the old gauntlet boardwalk obstacle. We have Danny's crazy cliffs. Ooh. Then you catch on to the little Dorito. Yeah, this is going to be awkward. Hopefully our athletes know what they're doing there. I'm sure they do. Then the flywheels, you can just static on through, but not there. Ooh. Full throttle and obstacle courtesy of the Folsoms. The Bobby prop. Oh, I see what you're doing there. Almost gotta prop yourself into a handstand. You really feel it on the shoulders. Oh.
Yeah, I will say, Kane, when the demo runner has issues, you know it is a hard course. So these mature kids, they're gonna have their work cut out for them for sure.
Yeah, I mean the tester gets a retry too. Then the battering ram. We saw this on the most recent season of the show. Not too tough looking, but I can only imagine what they're feeling after going through 10 obstacles before then. And then this. Man, you know, this looks like a nightmare. A good nightmare, but a nightmare nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be grueling for sure. You know that any athlete that gets to that 12th obstacle, flying bar, their body's going to be on fire. They're going to be in some pain. That's where they're going to have to really dig deep. But I want to believe that some of these kids can definitely do it.
Absolutely. You know, I think with this field, you can take the strengths with the weaknesses, because a lot of these younger athletes, they can hang. They can hang for forever due to that kind of strength to weight ratio.
Yeah, you're definitely right. That can be of huge benefit at this age. So we'll just have to see. Obviously, we're not just talking about hanging there like a dead hang type competition. There's a lot of different dynamic strength and skill movements needed. But yeah, you're right that can definitely be of benefit to these mature kids. But we'll just have to see.
I just think, well, for some obstacles, I think being shorter will be a detriment. But for example, on that body prop, that's actually an obstacle I would say would help if you're shorter, because less room. You'll really have to prop yourself into a full-on handstand. Makes it
Yeah, I will say that
less awkward.
this is a very creative obstacle, I'll say. I've not quite seen a body prop type obstacle quite like that. And having gymnastics background, I'm like, hey, that looks actually pretty fun.
Definitely. I believe we are going to be getting into our first run of the challenge course, though. And this is going to kind of set the standard. I mean, running first in the challenge course, not where you want to be. I mean, we'll see how our athletes contend with it. Lila. Looking ready to go.
It looks like she's just waiting for the green light to start. I will say, one of the coolest ninja moments I've ever had in my history with this sport was when I got to compete at Sasuke, which is the Japanese ninja warrior, where the whole show started, and it's not easy to clear that first stage there. And when we were there that year, the very first runner cleared the course, which was super impressive.
And now Lila going for the Lachey. Nice. Doesn't even use the bowl. I'm sure that's something we're going to be seeing a lot.
Yeah, straight out of the gate, she's really aggressive, really showing some good expertise and skill with that. We haven't seen anyone do it quite like that so far today during the competition, so really good job.
Now onto the skateboard. Ooh, I think she's kind of in no man's land now. I don't know. She can jump out for it, but it might kick out. Ooh, nice. Jumping straight up rather than forward. Prevents it from skidding out like I was fearing. The ring toss, those are pointed downwards. It's a little tough. Luckily, there is those stoppers. You know, I gotta say, Lila really impressing me here, making quick work of the early parts of this course. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Wait. That's not a... I think something went wrong there. I think she is in for a retry.
Yeah, I do definitely think that the ground there is off limits.
But yeah, I think she's getting a rerun for that. That's not how it works. See, when you fall on a challenge course, you are supposed to get a retry. She did not get a retry. Her run just ended. So we will be fixing that. She will be getting a rerun. Sorry to Lila, but I mean, hey, she'll probably be in for a crazy run when her second time of reckoning comes.
Yeah, well, that definitely is just part of the sport. Sometimes there are technical malfunctions. Sometimes an obstacle may malfunction a little bit. Something needs to be tweaked or fixed. It does happen. You never want to see it happen, but it's just part of the sport. So everybody seems to understand that and has a good attitude typically. So she'll come back. And I mean, again, it's a little bit to her advantage because she got some hands-on with this course. So hopefully she'll be able to take advantage of that when she gets her rerun.
Yeah, but until then, Nora will be our next runner. As soon as we get that situated, make sure that we are running the right format here. Yeah, I was just thinking on what would be the tough point of this course. I think those cliffs, honestly, might be the biggest point of friction on the course.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be definitely difficult, but then just the end of the course, going that bobby prop to battering ram to flying bar, because at that point your muscular endurance has got to be running pretty low. And so some of those obstacles just by themselves when you're fresh, maybe doable, but at the end of such a long course, definitely going to be a big challenge. So I think that's going to be a big difficulty for these athletes who get that far.
Yeah, you're right. I think that a lot of these obstacles on their own are not that tough for these athletes. I think that I think that they can do it. They are really hard for a mature kids division, but that's just how it goes in the Premier Series. Like, you would have never thought that this would have been a mature kids course. But lo and behold, Nora on the move. Just doing what
I will
she's
say it's
doing.
always interesting to see how a ninja reacts when somebody who goes before you does maybe a different or newer technique, one that looks maybe easier, and then you see subsequent runners maybe going back doing it the way the demo runner does it. So always it comes down to your own strengths and skills and what your strategy is, but that's always an interesting dynamic.
Oh, not a lot of speed. Oh, yeah, she is super far back with no momentum. Nora gotta shuffle it forward. And
Well,
here,
this morning, Kane, in the kids division, we would see this happen a lot, that they would kind of have this same little technique, and it worked out for a lot of them. It just eats a lot off the clock.
yeah, as long as you don't jump forward, I feel like it is a technique. I just don't know if it's the right one.
Yeah, definitely not if you're wanting to go for either the fastest time or to clear the course before the clock runs out.
Nora just had a dead hang. Gotta do something here. She's going kind of hand
Yeah,
over hand.
yeah, definitely looking pretty cautious. Maybe that's, her strategy, but I do think she is being a bit too cautious. I think she needs to get that uh, urgency going a little bit more, but
Oh, I think she's trying to lock off on every single move and might have cut into her forearm stamina. Going for a big jump up. Yeah, that's a far amount. Oh, and now you got to kind of turn around. Whoa! Okay, Nora. That was close, but couldn't quite hang on with the other hand.
yeah, it's actually going to be a really tricky transition for these mature kids because she actually looked like she maybe went up a little too high up on that unstable bridge because she had such a far drop. But if she transitions a little lower, then she really has to be quick with the half turn grab. So, and now she's going forward, so that looks like a better technique.
Yeah, it makes the climb up a little harder, but that is significantly easier. And you're in the proper position to go down as well. So how about it? Nora going to get the point, but I don't know if she has it for this. This obstacle is so tough on its own. Under duress of time, I'm not sure she can make it through in time. Oh, and there's her second and final retry. With 3 seconds left, I'm not sure she can get through it. So I think that will do it for Nora's run. Maybe she'll try with 3 seconds left, but gonna be like going down a creek with no paddle. Nora, though, solid run, was able to get through the floating boards. Honestly, almost thought she had it there.
Yeah, she was really close. Like we said earlier, though, just a little bit too much time eaten on that electric slide, and then the ring hooks just needed to go faster than she did. But still, good job, Nora.
Amelia taking just one hook. Interesting. She says she's tiny but mighty. Plays the drums. Is excited for middle school. So Amelia, trying to match here and spinning about. But able to bring it back.
Yeah, that was really good body control. It looked like she was going to start getting a bit out of control, but she was able to. Oh, but she touched down.
Yeah, that pipe seemingly rotates. Our first competitor to try to go for the left side. I'm not sure that was the play. I think every single athlete has gone right. I guess right is right.
Yeah, it looks like that right route is just it's a little longer, but oh,
Ah, man, she spilled over the skateboard. Went a little too fast for her own good. Amelia, that's her second and final retry. Just like that. Gonna have to remain perfect. Does make it onto the platform, though. Now onto the ring toss. Amelia. Trying to clean this up. Run's not over, but we'll need to pick it up and get through the hardest obstacles, I would say. Perfect. And that's a lot to ask.
yeah. I like her pace right now. I think she probably could still go a little faster, but she is just keeping it moving and hopefully saving a little bit of that energy for the later obstacles that are definitely much more taxing than this.
Now onto the floating boards. What direction is she thinking about? I think she's facing back. So now, looking back at the bar, trying to visualize it. A little lower, but it's not going to be enough. No more retries for Amelia. Her run is going to end on the floating boards. Unfortunate.
Yeah, she did a good job. Unfortunately, she just had to use some of those retries earlier on. Obviously, that's why it's best to try to avoid those early slip-ups. Not that anybody's wanting to, but because later on, typically there are the more difficult obstacles that you really need that retry, but she just didn't have any left.
Now we have Lillian Scarlett out of the Grit Ninja. Ooh, okay. Using that bowl. Yeah, that's the technique we kind of see. We see going for the bowl via one side and then having one hand on both sides on that final propeller. Whatever it takes, Lillian going about here and through the pipes. Lillian. She's on to the skateboard. Losing her balance.
Oh,
Staying afloat.
that was actually a great save. Obviously, she's still trying to inch it forward, but it looked like she was going down, but she was able to save it. Very impressive.
Straight up to that pink booster block. And look at that. Yeah, she's made up some decent ground on the rest of our athletes. Let's see here. Moving the rings forward to save some extra moves.
I will say, Kane, with this being such an old school obstacle right here, I would think that we'd see some of these athletes go a little quicker. Although she is picking up her pace now.
Yeah, it's also easier to go faster when it's going down because obviously your arms don't have to move that far. That's another thing. Does jump ahead of Amelia's pace, who in and of herself was ahead of Nora by 15 seconds. So if she can get through this on her first go, that would look really solid in regards to her standings. Trying to just go for the 180. She's got it.
Yeah, that was really, really impressive because you have to be so quick on that 180 turn and grab, and she did it no problem.
And look at that. Getting through it on your first go, Lillian bumps into first place, but this move is going to be really awkward. No, but yeah, she had both hands on it too.
Yeah, she was so close, and I was actually about to say she was standing in such good position because she hadn't even fallen trying or used any of her retries yet, but of course now she's having to, and she cannot fall again on this obstacle, otherwise she is done.
Facing the other direction, she's gotten onto the Dorito. Lillian, one more ledge to go to get out of here. Okay, but this one spins. Keep it under control. Lillian is there. Onto the flywheels, but with 15 seconds, the time is starting to work against her. Got to make a big lâcher out to this final one.
Yeah, she's gonna have to go quick. Oh.
And that's going to do it for Lillian's run, unfortunately. But the first to get through the cliffs is an incredible task. She's just going to hop down. That's it. Was quick on the ring toss. Made such a great move on the floating boards. Was the first to get through it clean. Was the first to get through the cliffs. I think there she was just trying to make a move because she was really down on her time. Had about 10 seconds left. But still, I mean, she did what she could. There are 6 athletes left. So maybe it will stand the tests of time.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see. It was impressive on those cliffs. That second grab after the Dorito looked like it might not happen, but she was able to make it through that. Really, really impressive work.
Yeah, here we have Saima. Oh, and I like this. She had her hands like directly over the hooks. I mean, she was about as close as you can get to going without actually going. And speaking of going, quick on the jump. Oh, okay. Thought she was going for the lâcher, was really facing forward. Even does a little 360 on the propeller. I don't think she intended on that, but Saima trying to shave off some time on the left here. The first person to get through it that way.
Yeah, that was really impressive. Those balance obstacles are deceptively difficult. Sometimes it looks so easy, and she almost went out on this balance, but able to save herself. Good job.
Yeah, she was trying to get down low, keep that center of mass as far down as it can be. So that skateboard can roll. Saima facing the ring toss. And she's keeping up. Good rhythm, but keeps getting caught up. All right, on to the floating boards. And doing a little better than Lillian's time. Going nice and high for that drop. Braces for impact. Saima.
Yeah, she really did. She really did. That was really impressive, seeing how she got that grab, that 180 turn. Very impressive.
Oh, no, that's not going to count. She spilled back and she has to do it again. Oh, that's tough. I think she can get through this, though.
Oh! Great grab right there.
Yeah, that was a crazy one-handed save. Come on, let's get through this proper. And she does. Almost spills back. That platform giving her no leniency. She has to get through this if she wants to bump into first place, and preferably on her first try onto the tortilla. Now,
She's definitely getting a big swing.
I think she might have this. 30 seconds. Even with that mess on the boardwalk, is going to go into first place and could get the extra point here. That would be really good. No! Honestly, probably could have gone with one more swing.
Yeah, but still, I thought she had that cane. It looked like it was right there, but yeah, she just needed a little bit more height on that swing. So we'll see if she can do it. She doesn't have a lot of time though.
Yeah, she's got to catch on it and then find that dismount. Going for it. No, not again. Saima. Still, though, a great run. I honestly think she could have had it if she wasn't under duress of time, but that could be said for the rest of this course. I feel like the big factor is the clock.
Yeah, for sure. That definitely can add some pressure. You know, without that clock, a lot of these athletes would clearly be a little more calm and relaxed, but that can add just a whole nother challenge to an already challenging course and can unfortunately see some uncharacteristic mistakes happen. But that's how this goes. So we'll see now how Akira faces this course.
Been training at Ninja Fitness Zone for about 2 years. Favorite skill is Cane Tech, which I guess she'll get to play with here right out of the gate. All right, we're off to the races. Akira. Oh,
Oh.
No, that was a little shaky. Let's see if she.
Yeah, it looked like she was going really fast. Looked like she was maybe going to try to set it up for the Lachey, and it just spun out on her.
That's more like it. Digging deep. Akira now on to the split decision. Going right. That's okay. I mean, the you know, the path is there for a reason. Now for Cane Tech, it's going to be a little awkward because you got to mess with that skateboard. And she wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, we've seen so many athletes today get thrown off by that. And I'm sure it's difficult because probably none of them have faced something like this before. And it's such an unknown. How much is it going to slide? And it just looks like so many are not used to what, or not ready for what they experience when they land on that platform.
All right. Just trying to scoot it. Not bad at all, but without any retries, the room for error is kind of low.
Yeah, it definitely adds some pressure to her. I like the pace she has right now going through these ring hooks, though.
Yeah, speeding it up. This is the kind of pace I was hoping for, Travis. Oh. Oh? Okay. Looks like she's all right. Kira, big moves. Trying to clean it up, but can't find the right hand in its proper position. Akira down and out on the floating boards. Unlucky.
Yeah, she had a good run going, but it looks like her hand hit the bottom of the bar as she was trying to get up and make that grab, and that just tripped her up. Nice try, though, Akira.
Now we're on to our final 5 of the mature kids female, starting with Noelle. Been doing ninja since
she was
6.
You saw her there on the starting platform with the smile again. Love to see that.
Big jump out. What's she gonna go for here? She's looking at the propeller, spinning about, but still Noelle old. But Noelle not gonna retry, and that's what matters.
Wow, well, not sure if she potentially hurt herself there. Not sure if that counted. Looks like maybe she's going to have to redo something.
Oh. I don't know what happened. I looked away for 1 second and it just happened. But Noelle, no! And with the retry being spent, that's going to do it for her run. No. I can't believe it.
Yeah, you know she's going to be pretty upset about that. It's kind of just a weird way she came off the balance obstacle, the split decision, and looked like it kind of flustered her a little. Then she fell on the next obstacle, and just like that, her run was over.
Well, now we have Zoe Tater out of ROC City. I think ROC City would love to send someone to Modus. Right about now is when we're going to be able to start writing off some competitors as eligible. It's either going to be Saima or it's going to be Zoe. Ooh. Very well done. Fairly
Well, yeah, and if you remember, the way Zoe went about the placement course, she was so quick and so aggressive, and she is approaching this challenge course the exact way.
Yep, gets about halfway on that skateboard. Gonna have to do a little bit of scooting. But nonetheless, getting onto that platform, Zoe. In for a round of ring toss. Looking like a pro. Been doing
Yeah, she really does.
gymnastics.
She looks really calm and collected. Looks like everything's going as she planned. Getting a little stuck right there, though. She can just dismount this.
Now, Travis, this might relate to you a little bit, but she's been doing gymnastics since she was 4. So I think she has a pretty good understanding of... Ooh, okay! Catching it backwards. Didn't even flip around.
Yeah. I gotta say, I was not expecting that, but that is a brilliant technique. Didn't even think about doing that, to tell you the truth, Kane.
Wow. All right, well, Zoe blowing us away. Oh, I don't know if this is the right swing, but finds that ledge. Zoe staying alive, grabbing onto the back edge of that Dorito. Okay, well, she's going to bump into the lead. Zoe is going to the Premier Series Finals.
Yeah, but you know, she's not going just for getting to the finals. She wants to go as far as she can, if not win this competition today. So, you know, she's going to keep focused and dial in. And when she's got so much time left, Kane, this is really a great run.
Yeah, the Tater Tot Ninja eyeing up. No! Whiffs the grab. Ah, uses a retry, but isn't going to lose too much time on the bright side.
Yeah, I would say at this age group, the size of these competitors, doing an immediate link might be just a little bit of a tall order. She might need an extra swing to be able to get that last wheel.
Okay, well, going for the backswing, it works out for her. Now, with 35 seconds, trying to get off of the flywheel and go into the full throttle, sprinting through it. Now onto the bobby prop. Use some of that gymnastics background. Should play to her strengths. Zoe, can she make it onto the final obstacle? Reaching out! Oh, it's a big stretch! Zoe's there! But this
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did a good job. It looks like she is tired, though.
Yeah, the battering ram. I forgot. Yeah, she has that. And she just runs out of steam. Zoe. An incredible run, though.
Yeah, it really was so impressive. She had so much time. Obviously, she didn't get through the entirety of the course. She did eventually run out of time, but so far, she had the best clock management of anyone we've seen. Good job, Zoe.
Yeah, locking in a slot. Definitely an admirable showing there. But we're down to our final 3 in the mature kids female division. Emma Capazzi. Ooh, interesting. Kind of treating it like monkey bar, having them on opposing ends. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know if that technique may come back to bite her later on, because definitely uses some strength that I would think is not necessary on that first obstacle if you kind of did a more sliding technique, but she definitely looks strong, so maybe it won't bother her.
Yeah, I mean, she wouldn't be running here if she wasn't strong. Oh, went on the left side, and that left side is pretty risky. You can see those rounded beams. Doesn't quite compare to what's on the right side. It just takes a little more time, but if she can clean it up, that will be negligible. Oh, no! The skateboard biting back! Emma can't quite channel in her inner Tony Hawk. And this is kind of a precarious position here.
Yeah, it definitely is, because if she doesn't get it this time, she is done.
No!
Oh, no!
Don't call it commentator's curse. Emma unable to get through the skateboard. Oh, man. It went a little too fast. It spilled over. All right.
Well, we definitely sung Gabrielle's praise earlier, Kane. I'm excited to see what she does on this challenge course right here.
Yeah, forcing it down the track. Ooh, very powerful. Now, this is a competitor. We're talking about someone who's made it to stage 3 at the championships. So we know what she's capable of. She's been world champion. Very, very decorated athlete. Gabrielle, ooh, almost touching the floor. And the floor is lava, so maybe don't do that. Oh, okay. Just trying to kip it forward. And had plenty of airtime. She was flying.
Yeah, her whole pace right now is kind of off the charts. I want to say I didn't expect anything less, but it's still really impressive to witness, Kane.
Yeah, I mean, power ranking isn't always a perfect metric, but if you're number 1, you are insane. That's the way I see it.
Well, even right there, going from that trapeze bar immediately into the second floating board, so tricky, so difficult. Very, very impressive.
Wow, okay. Way to be aware of how much swing you really need. Gabrielle staying afloat here. Hasn't used a single retry, and just about half her time has come and gone. 20 seconds ahead of the curve, and she is locked in her spot in the Premier Series finals. She is going to Modus. Wow, I did not think that was going to work. Gabrielle knocking our expectations out of the water.
Yeah, seriously, she's the first one we've seen link immediately onto that last flywheel. Super tricky to do that. She did awesome.
Incredible work here as well. Good handstands. Oh, dipping down, but uses that right leg to steady herself. Now onto the battering ram. Oh.
Well, you would think, Kane, that she's starting to get tired right here and she needs a lot of upper body strength to get through this, but so far she's really, really impressing me. So if any of these females can do it, I'm saying she's probably the one.
Gabrielle, yes, onto the second track. And she's made it to the final obstacle with 30 seconds left. She can honestly probably give this 2 really good attempts. Gabrielle looking for the one shot. Come on. No, the right side, just short.
Well, like you said though, Kane, she hasn't had any of her retries used, so she gets to get back up there and she still has 19 seconds. That's still, I would say, plenty of time to get through this obstacle.
It all comes down to this for all the marbles. Well, she's already in first place, but to hit a buzzer. Come on, Gabrielle. Gotta stay centered. This is gonna be close. Gabrielle, she sticks it! Come on! Get up to the buzzer! She gets it!
Oh my goodness.
With about a second left, Gabrielle Licata becomes our first finisher of the challenge course. It could not have been any closer.
Seriously, it doesn't get much more exciting than that, Kane. And to get up that rope, hit the buzzer with less than a second to spare, that was incredible.
Wow. Gabrielle, needless to say, is going to the Premier Series finals. That was an utter statement of a run. But we've still got one more athlete left to go. Lila was the first to start us out and will be the last to go. Finally cashing in her rerun. She's rested up and she's ready to go.
Yeah, I gotta say still, just going back to Gabrielle's run, not only did she clear that course within the time limit, but she just was so strong, Kane. She looked like she even really that winded. I'm floored.
Yeah, that's a tough obstacle to end it off, I feel. And she didn't even look like she was getting tired. Well, Lila, the better run out of her two, I believe, will count, but I think she's going to get through the floating boards. So hopefully that won't be an issue. Oh, going for the reset. Okay. You know what? That's probably better than trying to steer it around. Lila going through the motions here. Now, Lillian is on the bubble. It bears repeating. So, if she can beat the floating boards with more time than Lillian... No, I'm wrong. She has to beat the cliffs. That's my bad. So you got to beat the cliffs with more than, I would say, 20 seconds left. If she can do that, she's locked in.
Yeah, kind of surprisingly hung up there at the beginning of this ring toss, but she's definitely correcting it now. She's going a lot quicker, that's for sure.
Yep, cleaning it out. Lila. It's great to see her do so well here. Because, just as a reminder, again, she ran this first. Had a very unfortunate slip up early on the placement course. But showing us why this format is so great. And Lila getting through the floating boards, it all comes down to this. She's got to get through this. As you can see,
well, she definitely has a lot of time left, Kane. It's just a matter of executing and getting big enough swings right here.
And Lila, yep, onto the triangle. Kind of reminds me of that old Pink Floyd album. Let's see if Lila can get on the dark side of the moon here. Onto the cliff. And going for the Premier Series slot. Lila has done it.
Yeah, that's a great run so far. She still has 40 seconds. She does need to get going if she wants to try to get a little further.
Yeah, but nonetheless, she can really get comfortable here. And gets onto that flywheel. Oh my gosh, that was close.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how she managed to hang on there, Kane.
Crisis averted, but Lila can get through the full throttle. I don't know if it's going to be enough for this, though. The body prop, an intensive obstacle. Her time might be working against her a little too much here, and Lila, her run is going to end. She is absolutely exhausted, but she can't be too upset with her result. She is going to the Premier Series finals at Modus. So, congratulations to all our mature kid female athletes. But we're not done. We have the mature kids male athletes coming up very, very shortly. So don't go anywhere. We're not even going on break, I believe. I think we're just going to go straight into this.
Yeah, that was really, really impressive from our females kicking that off. Obviously, we saw Gabrielle finish that course. I think she should be showing in first place right there, not second, but super impressive. You know, the males were watching, and I'm excited to see what they can do now with their try.
So yeah, that's going to lock in. So Saima is in fourth, Lila third, Zoe second, and Gabrielle our only finisher in first place. And, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. It was incredible.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'm still pumped from Gabrielle's run. Just seeing a full course clear in the split second left, just super, super exciting ninja action.
Yeah, the buzzer beaters always get me super excited, personally. I don't know about you, but they kind of get my blood flowing a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to watch. I will say from a competitor standpoint, I would much rather have a lot of time left on that clock versus it coming down to the tenths of a second. But hey, if you get it within the time frame, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, a buzzer is a buzzer at the end of the day. That's the way I see it. Obviously, you would rather clear with a minute left than half a second left, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
You're definitely right. I do know from firsthand experience what it is to come up short by the hundredths of a second. So that is a painful dynamic, but you're right. If you do it, you do it.
And we've got a lot of athletes still lined up. Man, I'm really eager to see what they have in store. Of course, we have Kaylin, who was our only finisher. Avion, honestly, could bring it, all the way through. It's all down to whether our athletes can execute, though.
Yeah, you're right. I think there's definitely several of these males who could potentially clear this course, but again, you've got some unknown dynamics on some of these, especially balance obstacles, uh, like we've seen split decision take out so many people. The electric slide, it's just a odd obstacle that a lot of these athletes probably have not faced before. So even if you're super, super strong, have great endurance and whatnot, things like that can still trip up even the best. So we'll see how these males handle it.
And yeah, 12 athletes, so exactly a third of our field is going to be advancing. So it's going to be tight. And it's going to be especially tough running first, I feel. Because when you run last, you kind of know what you got to do. When you're running first, you have to lay it out all on the table.
Yeah, for sure. Because you just don't know, like you said, people who come after you, they might go a little further, they might go faster. So you have to really just do 110% because, like you said, you just don't know.
Yeah, but up first, we have Lucas Mazur. Been doing gymnastics for 9 years, which I still find to be absolutely bonkers. Hopefully, Lucas can shed some light on if he's really been doing ninja since he was 1. Knocks that bull out of the way. He is not a fan of cereal. He is a serial killer. But Lucas, on to split decision, going straight. Nope, that base is not a play. I do like the strategy of going to the right side if the left side doesn't work out. It's still not an ideal use of your retries, but I mean, hey, it's something. But Lucas, about halfway down the track on the skateboard. And there we go, finagles himself into proper position. All right, well, Lucas, going about these rings.
Similar to some of the female competitors, Kane, I'd like to see him go just a little bit quicker on this because still, this time limit is not so... And he fell on the dismount.
Yeah, that obstacle takes a lot of time. But if you fall at the end, oh boy, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, that looked like it was just a little bit of a mental lapse. He'd really done the most difficult part of this obstacle. All he had to do was dismount, and he just kind of didn't go quite aggressively enough, and it definitely came back to bite him.
All right, well, Lucas, coming about here, using those stoppers to keep him in the right spot. Hopefully can get the dismount. Second try is, in fact, the charm.
Yeah, that clock is still ticking away. Just a little over a minute left. He really has to get this moving, and this is a tricky obstacle.
Does enjoy skiing, swimming, and fishing. Let's see if he can... Oh, no! No more retries for Lucas. That's going to spell the end of his run. Lucas, still, though, a good first impression for our mature kid males.
Yeah, like you said, it's hard being the first athlete up, and I'm sure having to do that ring toss basically in its entirety 2 times wore him out, and he actually looked like he was a little too high on that unstable bridge to where he was almost too close to that trapeze. I think he might have even hit his head on it as he was trying to make the turn. So good job though for Lucas, starting it off for our male division.
Now we have Trent Chimino. Been competing in Ninja for 3 years. Already in the big leagues. You'd love to see it. Oh. Loses that hook for a brief moment. Nonetheless, on to the propellers. Oh! Too far to the left with that right hand. Caught onto the spinny part.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. Looks like he's holding his hand there a little bit. Just sometimes we see that when there are aggressive moves, it's got to be done just right. Otherwise, a fall can happen, and that's what happened with Trent.
Yeah, you know, if you don't treat the obstacles with respect, they will bite you. I'm not sure how I feel about this technique, though. Might want to just... Oh, okay. Going for the match on one side again. I'm not sure this is the play, but he cannot take a drop because he's already used a retry. Oh, wait. Is he going for something? No. Just had to redirect his swing. Trent, no! Coming undone on the propellers.
Yeah, it looked like he probably just got a little flustered after that first fall on that, and then it forced him to change his strategy midstream a little bit and just couldn't quite recover. It was a good effort, though. I love seeing him up there fighting. Unfortunately, he just came up short.
Yeah, I feel like if you are trying to go fast and you make a mistake, it can completely throw off your rhythm. That's the way I see it. Like, if you're not ready for that, then yeah, like you said, it could completely fluster you. For David here, this is his first season doing it competitive. Very nice to see. Actually, competing for a very great reason. Has type 1 diabetes, would like to be the first diabetic ninja in the Olympics. He's got his sights set high, sky high.
Yeah, definitely. He is starting off really well, though, so he's potentially on his way to those goals, Kane.
Yep. David. Ooh, that left foot got caught on the skateboard while he was scooting it forward. Yeah, you could see his center of gravity was too far forward. And it can just cause you to tip like that.
Yeah, he did such a good job with that first save, but then as he was trying to scoot his body forward, got a little too off and fell. That was too bad to see from David, but so far he's making proper corrections. I think he can get...
Yep, and does have another... Oh? What happened?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just as puzzled as you are, Kane.
Yeah, I'm a little confused what he did wrong.
My only guess is maybe as he made that leap with the cane that maybe his foot grazed the ground, perhaps? I'm just not sure.
Maybe it was from the swing, might have dabbed the ground or something. But nonetheless, I am certain he's a very strong ninja that can really put the pedal to the metal. Just sometimes you make a mistake. You don't always have the best competition every day. But now we have Judah Schwiko. Oh! Yeah, you know what? Nice use of the height. But, oh. Put his feet a little... You know, he was thinking as he was moving, I feel. Missed the distance.
Yeah, I was really impressed with how he was making his way through these propellers, but it looked like he just went a little too fast and missed the landing.
Okay, oh, now he's in that spin. Put the hands over, kind of the false grip, if you will. And now Judah trying to clean this up. Nice. Yeah, Judah is 5'2", which for a 10-year-old is not enough to reach the trapeze. Dang. So just like that, he's out of retries.
I will say, I kind of liked his thought process there. You could see he was getting off balance. He knew he was falling. And you could see that he was thinking, well, maybe I can just go for it right now. And wasn't quite tall enough, but I liked where he was going. He just came up a little short.
All right, now gotta move it down and about. Judah looking up. Goes right near the end, and Judah gonna keep his run afloat. I'd like to see his...
Yeah, he is, but like... Sorry for interrupting, Kane. Like, with the females, though, that electric slide up can be such a time killer if you don't do it quite right. And so for any of these athletes who want to try to clear the course, they're gonna have to go through that faster. Hopefully we can see some of that happen more with some of the later athletes, but right now Judah's still doing pretty good, though.
Yeah, Judah bumping into first place even with those slip-ups. Let's see here. Gets it with plenty of room to spare. Judah. Onto these. I think this is like the one point in the course where height would probably be a pretty big detriment. But nope. Keeps his legs off the floor. Oh. Playing with the hands. Oh, no. Misses, though. Couldn't quite get onto that third ledge. Maybe he was going for a skip or something. But
Yeah, we couldn't quite see what happened there. Clearly he didn't make it, though. Good attempt from Judah, though. He should feel proud of that.
yeah, I mean, made the most of his situation even when the going got rough. All right. We have 8 athletes left that I believe... No, we have... Now we have 8. So a fourth of our field has come and gone. Or, well, a third. Sorry. I was never a good math guy. Stay in school, kids.
Well, this is the point of the competition, Kane, where the remaining athletes, they're starting to be able to know.
Oh,
it looks like he's getting a little mixed up there on where to go, but this is where they get to see just how far they need to go to qualify, how fast, etc. So we'll see how far. Is it Milan or Milan? I'm not sure how you pronounce his name.
I think it's Milan or Milan, I think. I should know this. Yeah, Milan. I believe is correct. But anywho, Milan is going through the left side, and that will save a lot of time. Loves to travel. Also ninja, math.
He had a good save at the beginning of that. Again, though, probably taking a little too much time, but it's still better than a fall. So good job for him making it off that electric slide obstacle onto the ring hooks.
Yeah, I mean, it bears repeating. I think it's good to keep it clean, and Milan is keeping it clean, so I can't really fault him. With that said, he is a little bit behind Judah's pace, so maybe he could stand to clean this up a little bit, go a little faster. Twisting his body about, going pretty high, and it works out. And this is a big jump. Sticks it.
Yeah, he's doing good, Kane, but as you see the clock ticking away, he's at less than a minute now, so he's going to have to keep it moving if he wants to try to go far enough to secure a spot in the finals.
Yeah, that's true. He is second for the time being, but I think he'd like to do a little bit better, extend his lead. And of course, beating this obstacle would do that. No! Yeah, it was far forward with the upper body. He was almost trying to set up for a link or something.
Yeah, of course, now he's in that tough spot where obviously he cannot fall again, but he went through quite a bit of that obstacle before falling, so that ate away at his time. So not sure what his grip strength is feeling like right now. Hopefully he can get through this obstacle, get some redemption. Probably be hard-pressed to make the flywheels, but let's go, Milan.
Yeah, I think he can get this point, but no more than that. But that bites him again. Milan unable to complete the cliffs, but was able to get through the floating boards. So hey, I mean, it was clean up until that point.
Yeah, it really was. I don't know if just maybe his finger and grip strength was just getting a little too taxed, and he just couldn't hold on. I thought he was going to get it that second try, but unfortunately he didn't. But we'll see how Everin does.
Yep, Everin Tekken. ROC City athlete.
A great speed. I really love how Everin attacked that first hook slide obstacle.
Would you look at that? Lachey skipping the bowl, and Everin gonna make it work. Save some time along the way. Everin on an absolute tear. This is the kind of pace that we've been waiting to see all day, Travis. Big kickoff. He's right at the end.
Oh my goodness, he is crushing this right now. I thought it was really going to come back to bite him right there, but he was able to correct in the middle of that slide and went right for that grab with the hook, and he is just flying right now, Kane.
Yeah, this is unheard of. Seeing someone move this fast. 44 seconds ahead of the pace. That is bonkers. All right, well, looking at that dismount with 2 minutes 5. Barely spent over a minute on this course. 54.
Yeah, I really like what I'm seeing right now from Everin. If he can just keep this pace going without any unexpected slip-ups, this could be our first male clear.
Furthermore, I feel like he's really got a slot at, settling things at the top of the leaderboard. Which is important.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Kane.
It's especially important because there are 6 athletes ahead of him. So he's got to keep the pressure on.
And that's exactly what happens when you get an earlier runner who does really well. It does put pressure on the runners still to come.
Okay, it stumbles into the full throttle, but I mean, it looks pretty clean all around. A minute into the body prop, he might have enough for a buzzer. I mean, it's within reason.
Yeah, I think we'll know right away as he starts this battering ram where he's at strength-wise, because again, you get this deep into a course like this, your body is getting taxed. So we'll see if he's got the strength left. The time is ticking away though.
This is an awkward move. He's just reaching out for it. Okay. I didn't think that would work because the pipe does spin, but Everin spins out! And that might cost him. 24 seconds, not even out of the battering ram. That's going to be hard.
Yeah, I definitely think if he's got the energy left, he could still finish this obstacle, but I think he's going to be hard-pressed to get through the flying bar and hit that buzzer.
You see he's got to really grip tight on that pipe to keep it from spinning out of control. But he doesn't have anything left. Everin unable to complete the battering ram, but that was an incredible pace throughout this entire course.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, for a while, I definitely thought he was going to be able to hit that buzzer, but in the end, it looked like he started getting a bit gassed right here on the battering ram, just not quite enough strength to get up there and get that hold, but that was super impressive.
Yeah, and honestly, that could probably stand the test of time, and he might be going to the Premier Series finals, though that will be determined by what our next few athletes can pull off. That includes Julian. Yep, Julian is.
Well, I will say, Kane. Yeah, I was just going to say, Kane, that if Everin's time does not get him into the finals, then we're going to see some incredible runs right here, because that was a really good run. Oh, Julian went down.
I almost thought he was trying to like do some kind of underbar thing, but that dismounts pretty far.
Well, we have seen that strategy backfire on some other ninjas, and then kind of gets them flustered. We'll see how Julian responds.
Well, he's gonna do it again. I like the boldness out of Julian. Gonna take the left side. Oh no. Okay. You know what? I can respect it. No, he spins out on the pipe. Yeah, those pipes. They are not static. And Julian coughing up his second and final retry. Not ideal, but he's got to be careful here. Onto the skateboard. Oh no, Julian! Oh my gosh, no. Yeah, that's what
you know,
I'm talking about, man.
you know he's heartbroken. He's heartbroken right there. He was just trying to go a little too fast, and like you said, he used his retries already. Oh, you can see he's disappointed, but that does happen to the best of us ninjas, having some of these unexpected early exits. So we can use those to come back stronger, use it as motivation. Hopefully that's what Julian does, but still, good effort, Julian.
Now we're down to our final 5. Hadis Pubovic, I believe. About to get things on the road. I'm noticing the slap chocks, courtesy of Joseph Rouse.
Some great aggressiveness right there at the start from Hadis.
Yep, okay, a little lâché. Now he's spinning about, but luckily with the lower body, you can bring it under control. Going into the balance, really quick on his feet.
Yeah, he was really quick. A lot of times when we've seen some ninjas go that fast, oh!
It
Looked like he was just trying to go so quick there, and it had him come up a little short. What I was saying on the split decision, sometimes when we see some of these athletes go so quickly into that, it comes back to bite them. But he did a great job, but did come up a little short on his first try on this electric slide.
Yeah, well, I mean, you kind of did a bit of foreshadowing there because, yeah, speed does indeed kill. Just didn't kill on the split decision. But, I mean, he's not been killed. I mean, he has a run and a retry, so it's not in too drastic of a position. Yep, Hadis onto the final board. I mean, it gets a lot easier once you're on that trapeze. And would you look at that? 20 seconds ahead. Looking good here.
Yeah, I like his pace. I like his pace right now. I think there's a time that he could have wasted, maybe catching his breath or even taking extra swings before dismounting the last obstacle, but he didn't. He's going right into this, so hopefully that's going to work for him.
Yep, and that ledge will not deny him. All right. If you look at that next to his name, still green as can be. He's rolling in green. Hadis. No! Yeah, I knew. I knew. He probably should have gone for another swing there. And that's going to put him in a bit of a tough break here.
Well, again, you see him wisely shaking out those arms, his forearms, probably starting to feel it for sure. Hopefully he can make the proper correction. I think you're right. If he just would have taken one more swing, I'm a little surprised he doesn't go straight for the ring right there instead of taking an extra swing that's not necessary, but hopefully he gets big enough swing here and makes this grab.
His arms are burning. I could tell he was shaking out mid-swing. He's really feeling the burn. Hopefully he can shake out a little bit. I don't know if he's going to be feeling much relief here, though, Travis.
You're right. It's using different muscle groups, but I would say as a whole, his body is so taxed right now.
Oh, he's completely spread out. That was close. Well, that does bump him. No, it does not. It does not. He's still in second. Beating this would make that irrelevant, though. I don't know he has much left in the tank. He's trying something, but without any retries, will not be able to give it another shot. That will do it for his run. We'll place him in second place, though. He did what he could. Was an incredible run, even with the missteps. I was a little nervous on that flywheel transfer.
Yeah, so was I, but I really liked that run from Hadiz. He really showed a lot of heart, a lot of grit, really had to dig deep. And though he didn't hit the buzzer and he timed out, that was still a really impressive run.
We are down to our final four. Aiden Ayers trying to secure his spot. Started watching the show at 5, started training at 6. Has a 40-foot rig in his backyard. Oh, I am very envious of this kid.
I gotta say right now, I love his pace. We'll see how he handles this right here.
No. Yeah, you almost gotta go into it. You know, you gotta go into it. You can't go over it, or that'll happen. You gotta place a lot of weight on, you know, where you're landing. You gotta treat it like a landing zone, not like a step. Aiden treating it carefully. Now, if Aiden beats the Bobby prop with more time left than Everin, he will secure his slot. Let's see if he has what it takes.
I like that dismount right there from the ring toss. Saved a little bit of time, saved a little bit of strength.
Ooh. Oh no, he spilled back. I thought he had the right idea there, but he landed with his feet in front of him. And you can...
Yeah, I'm with you, Kane. I was thinking that's the right technique. He's not taking extra swings, but unfortunately it did cause him to dismount a little, what looks like a little too far away. Hopefully he can make the proper corrections right here, though.
Yeah, this isn't too insurmountable of an obstacle. Aiden, that's the right idea. Gets it right on his second go. Now then, big pullback. Catches it just about. Just a reminder, he cannot fall anywhere else on this course, or it is all over. Well, there you have it. Now on to the flywheels. He is in the top 4, but probably wants a little more than that. Third, with 3 more athletes left to go. I think he needs to... Actually, no, he needs to beat... Yeah, that's right. Aiden. I don't think he's going to beat Everin. He might beat Hadis. No. He's still in third. So he's in a pretty tough spot. Oh, what is he doing? I'm not sure that the pipes really allow for that. And I think he's understanding that now, but too little, too late for that. It spins out on him, and that will do it for Aiden's run. That's tough.
Yeah, that was still a really good run from Aiden. I like what I saw. Obviously, there was some adversity, but he was able to overcome that. He just obviously ran out of time, probably was getting low on strength, but he still made it to the second to the last obstacle. And like you said, it looked like maybe he was trying to get a big swing, maybe skip the first battering ram, which would have been a pretty epic move. I don't know if that's actually possible, but in the end, he did fall there. But I think that's good enough so far. I think he's in, is it third place or
Yeah,
fourth
he's in
place?
third, so he's not in the bubble at least. Well, Austin, um, wow, that was a quick start. Oh my gosh, what is he doing? This is incredible to see out of the gate. He's going for the right side. And honestly, I think if you want to be safe, you don't want to use a reach. We've seen so many athletes use a retry early on. I don't think Austin would want to join them.
Yeah, right now I love what I'm seeing from Austin. Super quick, like you said, it was even easy to miss the first obstacle. He was so fast, but even on the electric slide, it looked like he wanted to go immediate, but wisely held up just a moment to make sure he was in fact close enough. But he's got a lot of time left at this point.
Oh!
Wow.
It spun out on him. I think he was trying to reach out for it, but those do spin. Austin nearly taking a fall there.
But look at this pace, Kane. He is just like a man on a mission right now. Very, very impressive.
Important to mention, he is coached by Jordan Thurston, K-Rod, and Noah Munier. K-Rod in particular, no wonder he's going so fast. Big pullback! Oh, I almost thought he was going to do that. Well, a backswing never hurt anybody. He's got about half his time.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think he probably could have gone immediately, but probably wisely held up, took an extra swing. But still, a minute and a half left.
Yeah, that's insane. See, Austin. I like that. Kind of keeping one of the legs bent. Oh! Okay, they're giving it to him.
Well, that was such a close call. But right now, he still has a minute 10 left, and he's looking strong, Kane.
Ooh, he could have this. Using that grip strength to dig into that pipe. One more left to go. Austin. No! Come on! Unable to get his hands around that final one. And he has to do it all over again.
Yeah, this is where you really feel for the athletes because, again, no matter how good of conditioning he might be in, oh yeah, he doesn't have it in the tank. He's running out. That was still really, really good run from Austin.
Man, that's brutal, but still, yeah, an incredible run.
Can't believe the one-handed save on that trapeze bar. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he looked just like a man on a mission that whole time. Really impressive stuff. That will secure him a spot in the Premier Series finals. Now we're on to our final two. Avion, the penultimate man to go up. 9th in the power rankings, was the Northeast Regional Champion. Plays soccer and football, which may come in handy as he's coming about on the propellers. I don't know if they teach this in soccer
though. I'm excited to see just how Avion does on this course because I really liked what I saw during the placement course. He was really fast, really confident, and I really want to see all of that transition onto this challenge course. And so far, he's looking really good.
See, Austin was super aggressive with it. But Avion, I feel, is more about, staying smooth, staying comfortable. And you know what they say, slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
But yeah, I think I would like to see a little faster pace out of him right now if we're thinking about a potential course clear.
Still got a lot more to go, though. Avion, I believe, skip there on that peg. And skips one on the dismount as well. Going forward, interesting. We haven't seen it a lot, but definitely makes that drop down way easier. Like, significantly easier. And, he's still going toe-to-toe with the top times here.
Yeah, he's definitely doing well. Let's see if he gets this grab right here. Taking probably a little bit more swings than you'd want to see, but still going strong.
Yeah, and barely takes any time to breathe. He's compensating by making the transitions between obstacles quick, too. You want to be swift in and out of obstacles. That's another important factor that I'm glad these kids understand. In a minute left, this is definitely an acceptable pace. Now gotta lock in that handstand.
Oh, he's fighting. He's fighting.
Spread out here. He's in fifth, so he's got to get through this. But if he does, he's going to have it. Avion is going to the Premier Series finals. But 30 seconds left. This is rather tight, yes. Going for a big move here. What is Avion doing? Come on. I want to see this happen. But I don't know if that backswing is doing him any favors.
I don't know how he just made that grab, honestly, right there.
Oh, can he get the point? Avion, he's got it! But he doesn't have enough time to do that final obstacle. He's just got to do something. Tried to go for the link, but still Avion bumping into first place at the last possible moment. Wow, I'm blown away. That was a great run.
Yeah, blown away is, I think, an understatement. I'm almost speechless because he had a good pace, but he didn't look like he was going super fast, and yet he's in first place right now.
Well, it all comes down to this. But anyway, going for the transfer, taking a backswing only when absolutely necessary, shifting his hands down, Kalen onto the cliffs.
I mean, look at this time. He still has well over 2 minutes left.
Yeah, only a minute has gone, by the way. 10 seconds ahead of the curve, wants to chalk up. I think that's fair. This obstacle requires a lot of finger strength. But Kalen moving about. Getting a big pullback. He's not. Getting a big pullback. He's not going for it. He went for it. He went for it. Nope. He heard me. He heard me. All right. Nope. He heard me. He heard me.
Yeah, that was definitely incredible, Kane. The smoothest we've seen of any athlete going through that flywheel obstacle. Almost getting a little ahead of himself on this Bobby prop, but he made it.
Oh my gosh. He has plenty of time. This is wow, 10 seconds faster than Austin, who we thought was absolutely killing it. But now he's got to bring it back. Oh, he's facing backward. No, this isn't... What? Caitlin! He did a 180 on the battering ram.
Yeah, for those who are watching from home, just that is so incredibly tricky, especially with how tired he is right now. That is so impressive.
Okay, 45 seconds, 2 great tries. He's hyping up the crowd. He's sizing up a buzzer here. And he could do this. This could be it. But don't count your eggs before they hatch, Kalen. Nope, he's got it. And with 25 seconds, he climbs up the rope and hits the buzzer. Kalen Kaminsky is our first buzzer and only in the mature kids male division. He just put on a clinic.
Yeah, he definitely did. I don't know if I saw anything that was inefficient or wasted time. Just how fitting is it that the last male competitor is the only male to finish the course, just like the females? Oh, that was incredible.
I'm blown away by that run. This kid is 10, by the way. When he goes into elite, oh boy, that's gonna be scary. But until then, Kalen will be absolutely crushing it amongst his mature kid division. I believe he will he will be moving up next year. So look out for Kalen. But as of now, we have our 4. We have Everin, Austin, Avion, and Kalen all going to the Premier Series finals. Kalen, our only finisher across the mature kids male and female division. We only had 1 make it through the course.
Yeah, that was an exciting competition for both male and female. Here you can see the top female finishers.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, we have Saima, Lila, Zoe, and Gabrielle. Gabrielle was our only finisher. Incredibly impressive.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I'm blown away still, both from Gabrielle and Kalen. Way to go. Our only challenge course finishers. Super impressive runs.
Yeah, I mean, something to point out is that Lila finished last on the placement course. But despite all that, look at where she is on the challenge course. Placed 3rd, is going to the Premier Series finals. The comeback kid of the century. That will do it for the mature kids division. Any closing thoughts, Travis?
Oh, this is continuation of some incredible ninja action that we saw with the kids division first thing this morning, and I know it's only going to get better as the weekend progresses. Tonight we've got that preteen male and female division, and then even more tomorrow. It's going to be incredible stuff.
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. Stay tuned. We will be beginning the preteen division soon. We're a little bit behind, but we hope to see you in whatever ninja action you wish to enjoy on the World Ninja League channel. I have been Kane Malden, joined by Travis Rosen. Goodbye.